Who am I? Well, that depends on which game you ask me about. For Overwatch, I'm an agent of chaos. I wanna see the world burn. I wanna win. I want my enemy to flame at me, get mad, and swear at me. I want them to try to stop me. But for Sekiro, I want to get challenged. I wanna get angry, frustrated, and pushed to my limits. I wanna break something, die, respawn, try again, die again, come back, then try again. Hey everyone, I'm Kadir and today I'm going to explain how Sekiro and Overwatch fit my gamer profile using Quantic Foundry's survey. Before that, I want to briefly talk about how accurate the recommendations are. The games you see on screen are either games I played for a long time or games that clearly match my personal preferences. Let me give you a bit of context before we get into the motivation parts. Overwatch is an action-based hero shooter released by Blizzard in 2016. The game began development during a period when online multiplayer games were rapidly rising in popularity. It combines traditional FPS mechanics with hero-based abilities, resulting in fast-paced gameplay and constant combat. While strategies exist and can work, most of the time the game rewards aggressive, instinct-driven play. Similar games in this genre included Team Fortress 2, Paladins, and Marvel Rivals. Let's talk about excitement. I think excitement is one of the key features that motivates me. Constant adrenaline, constant action, and intense visual and sound effects. I never wanna slow down. And if you know Overwatch, this is exactly what it's famous for. Even in the esports arena, viewers often struggle to understand what's happening because of how chaotic and fast the gameplay is. Excitement for me comes from unpredictability and constant pressure. I enjoy moments where I don't have time to think and I'm forced to react instantly. Nothing in the world beats the feeling of winning or being in a clutch situation. In those moments, my heart goes crazy from the excitement. Whether it's a clutch teamfight in Overwatch or a long deflect chain in Sekiro. Excitement is when the game keeps my adrenaline high and never lets me slow down. This also explains why strategy is not a dominant motivation for me. I don't rely on slow, long-term planning. Instead, I barge in with hundreds of hours of muscle memory and trust my reflexes. I want gameplay that is responsive, action-packed, and constantly testing my reactions. As described in the description, these kinds of excitement can be found in games like Street Fighter and Injustice, which I enjoy and love. Now, destruction. Like I said in the beginning, I'm an agent of chaos. I don't usually play explosive heroes in Overwatch, but when life gives me an explosion or an explosion opportunity, I take it, even if it costs my own life. Destruction for me, it's about breaking the enemy's structure, forcing mistakes, and creating chaos that makes the game uncomfortable for them. My goal is to disrupt and dominate the enemy. I want the enemy to feel that if they can't deal with me, they can't properly play the game. I also enjoy being the center of attention, drawing pressure onto myself while my team hopefully use that space to win. Just like in the description. Now, I think this is the main motivation for me in multiplayer games. My friends. I can't imagine playing multiplayer games without them. What is the point of having an amazing match if there's no friends to see it? Honestly, I can probably play almost any game as long as I'm playing with my friends. The gameplay clips you see, I'm playing together with them. I also love competing against my friends, especially in party games, where rivalry stays fun and personal rather than toxic. Competition is accurate too. Based on how I talked about other motivations, you might think that I would love competition. And the answer is both yes and no. I don't really care about my rank in any game. Climbing ladders or chasing numbers has never been my goal. What I enjoy is competition in the moment. I love testing myself against the enemy. During a fight, reacting faster, outplaying them, and winning that specific encounter. For me, competition is about proving myself in real time. not about long-term rankings or high-level competitive pressure. Because of that, I feel relatively distant from high-rank competition, even though I still enjoy the thrill of facing strong opponents during gameplay. Not surprisingly, this is accurate again. I really enjoy customizing my characters to make them look cool or cute, of course depending on the character. While this doesn't apply much to Overwatch, in many other games I can easily spend at least an hour in character creation. Before we dive into other aspects, let me tell you about Sekiro. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is a single-player action-adventure game developed by From Software, the famous creators of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. It was released in 2019. Unlike traditional role-playing games, Sekiro does not focus on character builds, statistics, or equipment-based progression. Instead, the game emphasizes skill-based combat, precise timing, and mechanical mastery. Sekiro's most important mechanic is the parry mechanic. In Sekiro, parrying isn't optional or defensive, it's mandatory and aggressive. The game doesn't want you to dodge or run away. It wants you to stand your ground, face the enemy, and react at the perfect moment. I think that's why the Sekiro is the perfect game for me, because it's the ultimate game for rewarding your reflexes. Challenge part is so accurate when it comes to some specific games like From Software games or roguelike games. I love a great challenge. I love getting pushed to my limits, trying to beat a boss, dying again and again, just to try it again. Sekiro does this exactly. It doesn't have level up systems or fancy builds, just have to get good. You need to be forced in battle to beat the game. You can't hesitate, because if you do, as the game says, in almost any other game I go after the strongest items. Armor, swords, runes, trinkets, anything you can think of. But Sekiro doesn't have any of that. What it has instead is a system where after defeating certain mini-bosses, you are rewarded with an HP increase, and after every major boss, a damage increase. And of course, I pursued it. I defeated and hunted down every boss I saw. I acquired every moveset. All just optimize my power and steamroll my enemies. I love fantasy games, especially the ones that really change my perspective, like Baldur's Gate 3. I have a great time playing them, exploring, talking, and fighting. However, Sekiro doesn't excite me in the same way when it comes to fantasy. I love Sekiro's atmosphere, world, and enemies. One moment you're fighting a normal human, and the next you're facing a massive dragon. It really depends on the situation. But unlike many other fantasy games, I don't fully get immersed. If Sekiro were a more relaxed experience, that immersion would probably be there. Instead, dying again and again breaks the sense of immersion and pulls me out of the fantasy world. Before ending the video, I wanted to add this. Throughout the video I talked about my motivations, but I didn't directly talk about my gamer profile, because I wanted to leave it for the end. My gamer profile is a skirmisher, and in the description it says, skirmishers want fast-paced team arenas that are accessible and easy to jump into. They are highly spontaneous gamers who dislike games that require thinking and planning. What do you think? Do you think I'm really a skirmisher? Well, if you ask for my opinion, I don't think there's a better description that fits me. In conclusion, I think the Quantic Foundry's gamer motivation profile is mostly accurate, especially the games they recommend. Thank you so much for listening and take care.